Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is an extremely exciting day. Today I'll be unboxing the Ashspec Plenum. So if you guys are familiar with the aftermarket world of the Z32, the Ashspec Plenum has been something that's been in development for almost a decade now. The group I started at least 2 years ago, if not longer. I actually purchased this one almost a year ago. It's been a long time coming, waiting for this plenum. Extremely excited to open it, and I'm sure you other car guys, you love opening car parts as well. Figured that's why I do an unboxing of this plenum so that you guys can see the level of detail that goes into one of these plenums and just why they're such the rave currently at the moment. So without further ado, let's crack this thing open. So some of you may be wondering, how did he end up sending it to you? I'm still waiting for mine. So he makes these by hand, and from what he told me, that each one of them is made by hand. It takes him almost a day to do all the welds and everything like that. So it's very time consuming making one of these. So I just kept hounding him and said, where's my stuff, and well, here it is. So first, right off the bat, these are going to be my brackets. So I'm going to be running the D585 coils, which those are for the LS motor. For those of you who don't know, gets rid of the stock coils, which aren't nearly as strong as the D585. So these are just the brackets. So just some simple machined aluminum. Clean them up a little bit. Spray them black. Those should look killer. So you got left and right bank. Awesome. Let's see. And with this plenum, they kind of relocated some things, deleted a few things. So this is actually the balance tube. Open this up. And the balance tube actually hides on the back side of the plenum. It's not across the top like the factory location. Just rip it open. So here we go. Balance tube, again, aluminum. The bung on the one side for the, I'm sure that's for the brake booster. Comes with a replacement gasket, not OEM. I might actually just end up go out and buy an OEM one. I'm sure this will work just as well, but I always prefer we're using the stock stuff. That's going to mate the upper plenum to the lower plenum. This is a direct bolt-on kit as far as going from the upper plenum to the lower plenum. There's no modification required there. However, there are some other modifications. Make sure you look on the website to see exactly what they are. But like EGR, the PCV, a few other things are no longer utilized on this plenum. So just make sure you're aware of that before you do order one of these. Lots of nice packing job, very nice packing job. Very well wrapped. Here is the plenum itself. This is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. So on the site it says there's numerous NTP bungs on here, so you can hook anything up from, I'm sure, map sensors to, he said you can hook up PCVs to here, or if you don't want to utilize any of these, you can obviously cap them. Temp sensors, anything like that, all that can get put underneath, nice and hidden, nice clean look. That's awesome, absolutely awesome. Has Ashspec engraved on each side near the throttle bodies. So the throttle bodies themselves, those bolt directly up to a OEM throttle bodies. However, if you do want to fit larger ones, you just have to grind these out just a little bit. But yeah, the stock throttle bodies will bolt directly up to this. So absolutely insane, the size of this. And then you look on the back side here, that's where your balance tube is going to run across the back. Nice clean hidden look. Oh, this thing is definitely a little bit of, you know, clean it up. This thing's ready for powder coating or hydro dip, or, you know, whatever you choose to do with it. I'm going to hydro dip mine, but at least that's the plan as of right now. All right, gonna set this aside. So with this plenum, you cannot fit it with the factory valve covers. Thankfully, included in the kit are aftermarket valve covers. So these are, I guess, what was taking so long. When I was messaging Ash, this is what he was actually putting together, was welding the oil filler cap. So nice clean aluminum welds here, looks very nice. You can see that. So this looks like it does not utilize the factory gasket, so you're going to end up using RTV on this, or a liquid gasket. But this is going to be the bank with the oil cap on it. And then you got your spot here for your for the hoses that run out of here for your PCV. And then we have the other bank, should be the driver's side for those left-hand drive cars. Driver's side, this would be the passenger side for you right-hand drive cars like myself. So, again, simple design. It definitely needs to be cleaned up a bit, but that's no big deal. It needs to be just kind of smoothed out. A little bit of, you know, blemishing and whatnot, but nothing that, you know, a whiz wheel can't fix. Smooth it all out, paint it. Besides, you don't see the most of this anyways. They're pretty much covered by the plenum. So there's the valve covers. And again, those are the valve covers for the intake cams. Those are not for the exhaust cams. More packing. All right, and then we've got, what else do we got here? So we've got some additional adapters and whatnot. This looks like your idle air control valve. Looks like a aftermarket one. Included is a adapter plate for your idle air control valve. I'm not exactly sure where it goes. I'm gonna have to look it up, or just send Ash a text message, ask him. And then there's some additional hardware in here. This looks like these are for the plenum. We got, let me pull these out for you. So you have 4 of these bolts right here with a hex fitting on the end. So like so. Yep, so those are going to secure the balance tube to the back. So it looks like I'm going to have to use some RTV with the balance tube on the back, because there's just no spot for an O-ring like the factory balance tube has. There's just no indent for the O-ring. So a little bit of RTV, I'm sure will seal that up perfect. No issues there. Also included in the kit, so we got some regular washers, we got some lock washers, some crimps. So I'm assuming that's for this. And then we got these 2, which are going to be for, looks like your aftermarket idle air control valve. So there's hardware for that as well as the matching washers and lock washers. All right, so just to do a side-by-side of the 2 plenums. So here you have your factory Nissan VG30 DE plenum, also, you know, DETT, I mean, it's the same thing. So here's your factory plenum, here's your Ash plenum. So if I lift these up, and hopefully this doesn't pour out water everywhere, but you can see the significant size difference as far as where the intakes are coming in here, where all the air is going to be flowing in. Significantly larger. The reason this one's sitting up so high is it still has all the plumbing along the bottom of it, where this is completely shaved on the bottom half. So you don't have any of those the water lines underneath or your PCV or anything like that. It's all shaved and there's just bungs. So like I said, the OEM throttle bodies can fit onto this. However, I am going to go slightly bigger, so I'm going to have to just grind out just a little bit. You notice as well, there's no mounting points here on this one. That's because when I ordered mine for the D585 coils, so it gets rid of all these mounting points. No mounting points for the fuel or anything like that. So I mean, this plenum is really designed to be a very clean look as well as performance, but really to clean up the entire top of the plenum. So you're going to be getting rid of all these mounting points at the top, as well as the balance tube is going to be relocated to the back. And it's just going to make the thing look so much cleaner. So I'm really excited to get this in. I'm also going to be doing the wire tuck along the bottom for the injectors and coils as well, just so you don't see any of it. All you're just going to see is the plenum. So wicked excited to get this mounted up to the car. Make sure you like, subscribe for future videos. I'll definitely be posting a video of when this finally goes on the car and I get it back from hydro dipping or powder coating. I haven't decided what yet, but definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope you found it interesting. Any comments or questions, anything like that, drop them below. And make sure that you check out my Instagram as well. It's WickedWideZ32. I'll make sure I put it below. Follow the build on there. Always posting photos of the wide body and everything else. So make sure you check that out. Thank you all so much again, and see you next time.